Tuloy na sa Sawalay Thoughts. Hi mga langga! It's been a while. The last episode I uploaded was in April and I have not uploaded any episodes since. I underwent a rough patch. That's why ngayon lang ako nakabalik. And I have also received messages from the people na patuloy na nakikinig sa mga previous episodes. So may nakaka-appreciate pala nung mga episodes and I thank everyone for letting me know. I miss you and I miss this. So today's episode has been written for the month of May dapat. But we are just putting it out here today. It's about transparency. I have read on my Instagram that some people say transparency is a love language. Now, we are familiar with the concept of the 5 love languages, namely acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts. So, while I believe that transparency plays a vital role in our romantic and platonic endeavors, it cannot exist independently. In my opinion, transparency is something that strengthens the foundation of the 5 major love languages, which is, mag-share ako ng examples later and i-share ko rin yung personal experiences ko. First, we will define transparency muna para dun sa mga hindi familiar sa term. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, transparency is the quality of being easily seen through. So, being emotionally transparent revolves around honest communication and proactive disclosure, meaning it's the concept of sharing thoughts and concerns without the fear of judgment and rejection. Yung pagiging open and honest mo dun sa partner mo or dun sa loved one mo. So with that, transparency allows individuals to see each other clearly, yung walang tinatago. It promotes an environment where lahat ng participants, whether family member, asawa, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or kaibigan mo, they feel safe, express their vulnerabilities, and it will lead to a healthy emotional bond. O, diba? Ang ganda ng explanation. So, ang ganda talaga niya pakinggan. But, transparency is hard to come by, especially when people tend to show a fake display of transparency for the parts na they want others to see. And we cannot blame them kasi it's human nature. Gusto natin yung mga magagandang bagay lang yung nakikita sa atin. Gusto natin perfect tayo sa paningin ng mahal natin sa buhay. Minsan nga kahit hindi naman importante yung ibang tao sa atin, gusto natin maganda yung nakikita nila sa atin. Affected tayo kapag may hindi maganda or may naipapakita tayong hindi perfect sa paningin nila. So yun, in my experience, especially being a single mom of 2 kids, 2 batang babae, 6 years old and 4 years old, I tend to show other people na I am a perfect mother to my kids. Na hindi ako nagkakamali, na wala akong lahat ng pagkakamali sa aking pagiging nanay. And yun din pala yung nakikita ng mga anak ko. Hindi ako kasi makwento sa kanila before about my personal experience kasi nasa isip ko, bata pa sila. They would not understand. So, ang nangyari, na-adapt pala nila yun. Ayaw nilang nagkakamali in front of me. Kasi they thought, I will get mad at them. Isipin nyo, they are just 6 years old and yung bunso 4 years old. Kapag nagsusumbong yung lola nila sa akin about something they did a mistake sa school or may extracurricular activity sila like a dance step na hindi nila nagawa ng tama, they tend to cry and say sorry. Kasi they feel na kapag nalaman ko na they messed up or they made a mistake, hindi ko na sila love. May point pa na they lie about those things and that hurt me. Sobrang sakit. Kasi hindi ko inisip na parang I am creating a hostile environment sa mga bata dahil hindi ako masyadong open sa kanila. Given na rin kasi na I'm away from them. I work in Manila and they're in General Santos City. So with that, what I did is I tried practicing being transparent with my kids. Kasi nga, naisip ko na they are 6 and 4 years old. So, yung utak nila, they're like sponges. They absorb information. Hindi man nila naiintindihan lahat. But at least, I try to explain it at their level, being kids. So, I started sharing to them how I also make mistakes in school stuff like exams, mga steps sa sayaw, mga lyrics ng kanta in nursery rhymes, yun. And also yung being maingay in the classroom kasi they are both maingay sa classroom, they are both malikot, and I know that they got that from me. Now, doing these things, I noticed they started opening up to me a little more by each passing day. And dahil doon, they need to know din kasi na they can share both the good and the bad sa akin at sa lola nila, and they got nothing to fear about those things na i-share nila. Ako kasi ever since nagkaroon ako ng anak, I want my kids to trust me, and I want to create a safe space for their emotional and mental health. Yun kasi yung pinaka-importante for me. So due to that experience, I figured na transparency is not only crucial for building trust, but it also enhances communication, reduces anxiety and stress. Nabawasan yung pagiging stress ng mga anak ko sa pag-iisip kung paano nila tatakpan yung pagkakamali nila sa exam. It also encourages accountability. How and why? When my kids communicate, or when my kids started communicating openly, especially about their mistakes, it allowed them to be accountable for their actions rather than lie or blame shift. So, it also develops their personal integrity and allows for authentic interactions. Hindi na sila parang, it's not like they're walking on eggshells whenever they talk to me. When they talk to me, they're open, they're honest, and nakikita ko sa mata nila na kung ano yung sinasabi nila, it matches their emotions na pinapakita at nararamdaman nila deep within. And I'm so happy about that. I'm still not perfect, I'm still working on it, but at least, yun, nag-improve. May positive outcome yung pagiging transparent sa mga kids. So, in connection to these personal experiences, transparency cannot stand alone, as yung sinasabi ko kanina at the beginning of this episode. I noticed na when you integrate transparency into the 5 major love languages, it can further strengthen or improve the relationship. For example, di ba, acts of service. For me, being transparent sa acts of service, you have to have an open discussion on what acts of service are most meaningful to your loved ones. Kasi for example, hugas ka ng plato kasi nalaman mo na acts of service yung receiving love language ng partner mo. So, hugas ka ng plato, walis ka ng walis ng bahay. Yun pala, mas gusto ng partner mo na nakikita ka niya naglalaba. He or she feels loved when you're doing the laundry. Since hindi naman kayo nag-discuss, hindi kayo naging transparent about what specific acts of service yung meaningful sa kanya, hindi nag-a-align yung efforts nyo. So yun, diba? Gets naman natin, open discussion on what acts of service are most meaningful to your loved ones will ensure na your efforts align with each other's needs. Yun. Diba? Ang galing. Second, quality time. Kunwari, quality time kayo, magkasama kayo lagi, pero yung isa nagse-cellphone. O kaya during your quality time, ang pinag-uusapan nyo, hindi na nga nakakatawa, nainis pa yung partner mo kasi wala ka kwenta-kwenta yung topic nyo. How do you use transparency in your quality time? You use the time together to have meaningful conversations about your past experiences and future plans. In that way, you will create a deeper understanding of each other. Pag nagdi-discuss kayo during your bebe time about your past experiences, may intindihan mo bakit yung partner mo ganun. Bakit ayaw niya kunwari ng french fries, ayaw niya inaano yung french fries sa ice cream. Mga ganun simpleng bagay. It's simple, but it creates a deeper understanding sa partner mo. So yun, integrating transparency on the love language of quality time. Third, words of affirmation. Pag sinabi nilang words of affirmation, yun nga sinasabi nila, kino-compliment mo yung partner mo, ina-affirm mo yung actions niya. Integrating transparency in words of affirmation, meaning it should include genuine compliments which will allow both of you to feel valued. Hindi mo lang siya bibigyan ng compliment para lang masabi mo na kino-compliment mo siya. It should be genuine. Yun talagang totoo ang compliment mo and totoong characteristic siya ng partner mo or totoong action siya na ginagawa ng partner mo. Now, words of affirmation and transparency, it also includes constructive feedback. Hindi yung positive lang yung sasabihin mo sa partner mo. You have to be open to constructive feedback sa kanya at sa'yo, which will allow you both to understand areas of growth. Diba? Words of affirmation and transparency, basically open and honest communication. Physical touch. Sa physical touch naman tayo. Bawat tao may kanya-kanyang boundaries when it comes to preferences ng physical affection. So, when you include transparency in your physical touch, you have to start discussing your comfort levels or preferences pagdating sa physical affection. Kasi baka mamaya, ayaw pala niya na masyado kayong PDL in public, pero ikaw, ma-PDL ka, hindi kasi kayo nag-communicate. Now, physical touch or transparency in physical touch helps in understanding boundaries para alam nyo kung saan lang pwede yung mga hawak-hawak ng kamay or kiss sa pisngi or kiss sa kung saang mang part yan. So, yun. So, last is receiving gifts. Hindi lang tayo magbibigay basta-basta ng gift just so masasabi natin na napufulfill natin yung love language ng partner natin na receiving gifts. Receiving gifts and transparency, this involves thoughtful giving. So, you can explain the thought process behind dun sa mga gifts na binibigay mo para it can enhance its emotional value. Kunwari, ako, as a person, gusto ko nireregaluhan ako ng libro. Tapos yung binigay sa akin libro, it's not familiar. Pero pag diniscuss ko na rin ng future partner ko na, binigay ko tong libro ni Tom Sawyer. Kasi si Tom Sawyer is kulot. O kulot yung mga anak mo. So at least kahit pa paano, may emotional value pala. Naiisip niya na kulot yung mga anak ko, kaya binigay niya yung libro ni Tom Sawyer. You know, things like that. So yun yung mga hanash ko about transparency and its benefits. Now, while there are challenges to being transparent, minsan nahihirapan din ako maging transparent kasi there's this fear of vulnerability or privacy concerns or even trust issues. I am big on trust issues. I figured that it all boils down to how genuine the people are around you and their intentions as well. I mean, if they are in it just for their selfish agenda, then pwede silang mag-display ng tinatawag na false transparency, which, kapag ganun yung nafe-feel mo, kailangan ng increased discernment from your end para malaman kung yung tao bang kaharap mo which asks for your friendship or for a romantic pursuit is actually genuine sa pagiging transparent niya sa'yo. Kasi pwede sila magsinungaling eh. Diba? That's the truth about transparency. Yung negative, may part na pwede sila magsinungaling. Pero, on the other hand, if you are blessed with the real ones, then transparency is something both of you will be willing to work on. Pag ikaw genuine yung intention mo sa tao, and sila genuine yung intention nila sa'yo, whether it's a family member, it's a romantic relationship, or a platonic one, how mahirap man siyang i-achieve perfectly, at least it's something that all of you will be willing to work on. After all kasi, transparency is not the destination itself. Transparency is a continuous journey that cultivates a culture of honesty, empathy, and trust. It also fosters a healthy environment where both parties can feel safe to be open and vulnerable. Like yung relationship namin ngayon ng kids ko. And mga langga, that is what we deserve. You, me, we deserve transparency. Badayon mga langga. Ayan, salamat sa pakikinig sa episode na to. Follow me on Instagram at Sawalay Thoughts and leave your comments there or sa Q&A portion ng episode na to. You may also follow this podcast to stay updated sa mga latest episodes. Again, ito po ang babaeng madaldal na walang makausap. Daldal again next time dito sa Sawalay Thoughts.